welcome back. Welcome to another episode on our podcast, Asabacas on Nigeria Biography. We have another interesting topic today for you, and I believe you will enjoy it. This is a very topic that of what has been happening that there have been a lot of controversy about it online, social media. This is what we're going to be looking at on today on our Asabacas episode. So, and I want to thank you for joining us, sticking with us every time on every podcast, on every episode that we have released. Thank you for sticking with us, joining us, and making sure you are watching our video and sharing it. Thank you very much. Today topic will be a very interesting topic, and we have as usual, our guest here with us who will be helping us in solving all these controversial issues and what has been happening on social media for the past few months. So, not to take much of our time, let's dive in. And our guest for today's episode is in person of Mr. Ujo Oluwagbemiga.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on our show.
It's an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Mr. Ujo, and I forgot, he's also known as MC Beloved.
Yeah.
So he'll be doing a proper introduction of who he is, and we'd like to know who is Mr. Ujo.
Okay. That's my father's name anyway, Ujo. So the name my parents gave me is Oluwagbemiga Yomide, but the name I gave myself, and the name that is selling now, is MC Beloved. Yeah. So MC Beloved is a media expert. So the word MC, okay, I anchor weddings, wedding receptions, and I'm also into filmmaking, event coverage, and content creation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Is all this under MC Beloved or under? Is there a brand?
Well, I have two brands.
Okay.
One is Media World Films, where we create African movies. I basically produce short films. Yeah, and another brand is Creative Media Arts, where we do event coverage, advertising businesses, and all. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. Well done. You are putting our media on the map every day. So that's it. And thank you for coming. So before we move to today's topics,
okay,
you mentioned that you own a two brand.
Yeah.
The one that covers events.
Yeah.
And the one that covers filmmaking.
Filmmaking, yeah.
Okay. When you start the whole media aspect or generally MC Beloved?
It started over 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah. Over 10 years ago. It's a vision. I started with writing stories. As far as year 2017, I've been creating some interesting stories. In fact, I've been picturing myself filming with American filmmakers. And you won't believe that the dream came true last 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, where I collaborated with a New York filmmaker in person of George Suris, and we produced a movie called The Threat. So what am I saying is, it has been part of me. It is more of passion, but a vision and a purpose. Everything about me is media. I do voiceovers, I do a lot of things. But let me shock you. I studied mathematics and statistics.
Wow.
That's so strange. But, of course, I know mathematics and I delight pleasure in figures. But what has been keeping me awake is media. I just want to produce films. I just want to create content. And I love visuals.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So, you said you started about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you have filmed a lot of movies.
Yeah, to the glory of God.
So, name some of the movies.
Well, okay. Well, let me just start with.
Yeah, some of the movies.
Yeah, some of the movies. Let me start with my favorite. That's went so viral on TikTok, on YouTube. That's Odus. You might have seen it before, where a Baba says, "Owola shela, ẹnìkan kì í ṣiṣẹ́ là." That's my favorite. Odus, the threats, Force Awakening, a lot, Sha. I'm beginning to forget.
It's normal when you have created a lot of movies or film a lot of movies. You don't even remember some of it anymore.
Yeah,
that shows the consistency in the business and in the media space.
My films are on my YouTube page.
Channel.
Media World Films.
Media World Films. So definitely, people will check it out to see the interesting movies. Yeah. But let's move on to the industry itself.
Oh,
have you worked with the English industry?
Let me say, not yet. Because I live in Ibadan, and most Yoruba actors are in Ibadan.
Yeah,
so, but I've worked with Yoruba industry.
Because the reason why I ask is the industry. If we are being sincere, for the past few years, let me say 5 or 6 years ago, the Yoruba industry has been lagging behind the English industry. And according to my research, what I can say that caused that is because of the lack of following trends or being updated. And looking at it, that's because they were not current on like the English side. Okay, looking at let's start like the last 4 years, 5 years, Yoruba industry are still selling CDs. To be sincere,
that's weird.
They are still selling CDs. No, because I actually watch Yoruba movies also, so I know that they sell CDs as well. But the English industry has already moving to the YouTube aspect. Okay, we are now in digital age. The CDs has reduced. Even if you are going to see any English movie in CD like 4 years ago, to be their old movies. But Yoruba are still selling the CDs aspect. But the English have moved on to the YouTube digital aspect. And the last 4 years, 3 years, they moved to the Netflix. We are seeing a lot of English movies on Netflix, on Prime Video, on YouTube, everywhere, digitally, on social media. But Yoruba industry are not moving like that. Until, let me say, 3 years or 2 years ago, that's where you can see the trend actually began. Like, they are now using, you are now have a lot of YouTube channels like Yoruba Wood on YouTube. A lot of YouTube channels, a lot of Yoruba industry are now, actors are now using use of YouTube for their movies. But still yet, they are not able to meet up with the English industry. Now, recently, or let me say the last 2 years, the Yoruba also are now beginning coming up with something. Like when they released the, what was this name of the film? That Mr. What was his name? This Tunde Odukoya or something. Tunde Kelani. Yeah, that he released. So and with this guy, with this man, the main owner of the movie, Kunle Afolayan, of course. So when they released this movie, what's the name? Anikulapo. Yeah. So when they released Anikulapo movie, the trend started coming up. Purely Yoruba, purely indigenous. Like, they shows that the industry is back with that movie. And the movie wants a lot of awards, which shows that the Yoruba industry is coming up back. Because for the past few years, it has been English.
Yes.
But one thing that's certain is you have to sleep men Yoruba in it, which is good. But the industry that actually purely Yoruba, they are not doing the same. Until last 2 years when the Anikulapo and the film comes out and people are now starting liking the movies. So looking at that, and now we have Jagunjagun again.
Yeah.
Which is a very powerful movie. that shake the internet, that shake everywhere in Nigeria. What will you say is the cause that took them that long time to follow the trend, to go with the trends? What took them that long? That's number one question I would like to ask.
Okay. transitioning is a very difficult phase.
Okay.
You said it has been a tradition, like the traditional aspect of distributing movies, CDs and all. So when life was revolving and it was a digital transformation, it wasn't easy to transition from that old way to the new way. So probably, and I think one of the causes is when they were not very used to the internet at that time, and a lot of filmmakers that are Yoruba filmmakers weren't really educated. So the transitioning phase was so difficult for them. It boils down to education, information. And now there was a time they got the information, but they do not also know how to go about it.
Okay.
It was becoming so difficult for them. And that might be lack of collaboration with people that are already there.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I can make an example of people that are already there, like Funke Akindele.
Yes.
She has released Jennifer there.
Yeah. And they were saying it.
They are saying it.
Yet they were not.
But you know that Jennifer Zari actually English.
Yes.
It's not purely Yoruba.
Jennifer Zari.
It's actually
I agree with you.
Because you know that although when she first released that movie, it's Yoruba.
Yes.
But when she's trying to release the series on YouTube, it's actually mix of English and Pidgin, not purely Yoruba. Maybe that is, I can't say that is what. No, I mean, if it's someone like that, if you have known that, okay, I think we should also move that digitally. But because it's not purely Yoruba. That is why they.
That is where we get it wrong. Okay. Filmmaking is not about language. You will agree with me that you've once watched Chinese movies that they didn't even speak English, and you watch from A to Z, and you love it.
Of course.
Yeah. So maybe filmmakers then were feeling this inferiority complex, like, so what do we do now? But when you believe in your originality, when you believe in your art, you'll be able to move. Okay, Funke or anybody that's there, I think we need to move. What have you been doing that we are not doing? That is life. What are you doing? Okay, you've started TV series. You are no longer selling CDs. So how were you able to penetrate these TV stations? Okay, we saw your series on YouTube again, and it's really trending. People are downloading each episode. How were you able to gain audience to watch this movie? What did you put in place? When we don't ask questions, life will leave us behind.
Wow. When we do that.
Yeah. So when we don't ask, so so it's all boils down to we not connecting with ourselves very well. We not. I won't blame people that are there. They said if you can't beat them, you join them. So we just need to run, and thank God we are there now. But we just need to put a lot in place. I don't want to answer a lot of questions.
Of course, we need to put a lot into places because the industry are moving fast,
very fast.
So if you are not fasting with,
in fact, Nollywood itself is still left behind.
Other wood in the
yes.
But in Nigeria now we have, like, let me say 3. We have the Yoruba, the Igbo, the English.
Yeah. You didn't mention the Hausa. They produce movies too.
I want to say that the Hausa aspect too. They also produce movies.
Yeah.
But if we are being honest, the industry need collaborations.
Yeah. Really.
And it's happening already, but not that to that extent.
Not that synergize.
It's not what we expect, because there are still some baddest, let me say, some professionals, actors that we are not, that you can't find their name on Netflix. They are good, but they don't call them when they are needed or when they are supposed to. I can mention, but I won't like to mention because to avoid this thing. Yeah. But there are a lot of names that I can mention that you can't find them on. Just Netflix, search for that, you will see it. They are professional, they are very good, but their name is not on Netflix. Simply because I can't. Should we say it's because they are not following trends, or because they don't like the producer don't like them, or because there's something else in the industry that didn't bring the relationship. That because I know that calling actors movies about sometimes about connection and
Now,
know each other.
let me come in this way. The truth of the matter is everybody has a carcass.
Okay.
Yeah. So imagine you are in my team and I want to produce a movie. The first person I'll think about is you. So there's a need for strategic networking. If fine, there's another actor, there's you, but you are closer to me. And I want to produce a Netflix movie. The first person I'll think about is you. So now, actors that have been left behind should see a way to strategically network and enter that carcass. That's the truth. They may say, okay, we don't really have, we have a lot of tampons. I don't want to mention names now, but these people still have another group inside. We have the likes of Brother Femi Adebayo, Kesari, Odunlade. These people are very close. So if they want to produce a movie, they call themselves.
And that's true.
They call themselves. So you just need to also make sure you are in that network. It's a network. Filmmaking is a network. When I was producing movies and I was like, my movies are not moving very fast. So I had to also knock their door that, I'm a filmmaker. I'm not yet very popular, but I want to enter into the network. So I started networking. I started knowing a lot of actors. I even started with Segbowe. You know Segbowe now in Aladunde. So we talked, and through that I know a lot of actors. So you can't stay in your comfort zone and expect collaboration. You need to go all out. Else the industry will leave you behind.
I think that's one. I think now I can relate. Like every industry has another industry inside the industry.
Definitely. Definitely. I won't lie to you.
So you have to explore.
You have to explore.
You have to make sure you join, link up with them.
Yeah.
So you can follow the trend.
Yes.
To back what we said, looking at Kesari, Jagun, these people that ordinarily also just released.
And even another film, Mikolo. I don't know if you've watched that one by Niya Akim Molanyo, I think. Yeah.
Looking at that movie, if you check Kesari, you see from Adebayo inside.
Yeah.
From Nade is inside.
Yes.
Jagun, Kesari is inside.
Yes.
That is Tele. It's inside. Onade is also inside.
Yeah.
Go and check the one that. So backing what you said, they work
hand in hand.
And actually, if you are going to be sincere, it's part of growth.
Yeah.
If I'm going, my friends should also go with me.
Yes, definitely.
So not to say because why because they are friends, you can't call someone that's outside. No, it's because I can't be going and my friend will be lacking. Imagine going on Netflix searching for Odunlade Kola and you pop up Jagun. Interesting. Tele Jagun.
And those are the things that sells the film.
Sells the market. People, they are popular on their own already. But imagine at least another person can hack the Odunlade Go in that Jagun. Even though they didn't appear much in that movie.
But
because he is my friend, he must appear in that movie regardless. So which I think is where the cut is where the interesting part of the industry is. So if you want to be successful in the industry, you have to join.
You know, filmmaking. One of the problems we have in Nigeria as a filmmaker is that we want to do it ourselves. We just want to do it alone. I want to be the producer. I want to be the director. I want to act.
Wow.
It's not done. If you look at American movies and Bollywood, you will discover that at the end of the film, go and look at the cast and crew. It's always very lengthy, long. But here, we just want to do it all ourselves. We won't grow. So there's a need for us to collaborate, invite a lot of people on a project. Hence, we shouldn't look at the money. We should look at what it will give us at the end of the day.
I think maybe you don't want to mention it. Looking at it, so should we say one of the reason why the industry or the urban industry lagged behind before is because they are not ready to spend money.
That's another that's another factor.
To put a movie on Netflix.
Oh
cost a lot
God,
of money.
millions.
I think Filmmaking said he spent a lot of maybe 50 or 100 million.
Yes,
over 100 million.
Over 100 million
on that movie. On that, he said he already made the money.
He sold his property too.
He said he sold the property to make that movie. I think he already even make the money because
Yes, he has made that money. Yes.
Which is so I think money is part of the. I think is it that they are not ready to spend money or they don't have the money?
Now let me come in this way. We rush to produce movie.
Okay.
I've made a lot of mistakes as a filmmaker, and I discovered that I was too in haste. Look at Coming to America.
Yeah, I watched it.
The first part was shot maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When we were young. Now, the second one. So, Eddie Murphy took his time to produce the second part of the movie. It took his time for years. So we don't take our time. We just rush into projects. Let us do this and just I have this idea, I have this story. Some don't even write scripts, funny enough. Some are not scripted. Okay, I have a group that we can do things together. Okay, come. Then we open the camera and we start shooting. We will eventually shoot nonsense. So we need to take our time. Apart from taking our time, we need to source for fund. Unfortunately, Nigerian government are not really. They are not helping in that regard. I can say that the entertainment industry is really lagging behind when it comes to sourcing for funds and. But then we need to source for funds because these gadgets are expensive. You need to use a very good gadget. This life is going very fast.
Very fast.
You need to shoot in 4K, not HD. Are you with me?
Of course.
So your picture. In fact, I told someone yesterday. I said, when your picture quality is very good, your sound is top notch, your film will sell. Even if your story is not good, people will want to watch.
Exactly, you're right.
So we just need to take our time and get money to shoot. We can't just afford to. Jagun Jagun was shot for 3 months. On set. 3 months.
I read it.
And some Yoruba filmmakers or other Nollywood filmmakers shoot for 2-3 weeks. They are done. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
I think most of the places the place they use, they actually built those house that they used for that movie. It was built because they actually
everything was constructed.
Imagine the amount of money that will be spent on that.
I'm telling you. So they even had to. They wanted to buy the land, but those people said they are not buying. They are not selling.
I think it's a real estate land.
Yes, it's a real estate land. So a lot of things were put in place and that film, I can watch it 100 times.
It's actually an interesting movie.
Yeah.
Actually very interesting.
Don't let me forget. Our stories matters. I watch Yoruba movies a lot too, but sometimes I watch it whenever I want to sleep. Whenever sleep is not coming. I'm telling you. That is why I won't call myself a Yoruba movie producer. No. So I am unique and different in my own way. I'm an independent filmmaker. When you watch these stories, like I will say, at the end of it, you will say, "Ogoni foruko Ọlọ́run lókè ọ̀run." Really? No impact. Even if it is comedy, it is not top notch. Yes. So our stories we are lagging behind when it comes to creating stories. Let us look at the likes of Kunle Afolayan. They are creating beautiful stories. So we need to look into our stories. Are they impactful? Are they relatable? We need to dig deep into our culture, Yoruba culture. That was what Femi Adebayo did. Femi Adebayo was producing Jelili and other movies. So it was when he sat down and he now discovered that what can I do differently? He dig deep into Yoruba culture and he produced Ageshikole.
Yeah.
Jagun is sold out.
Go and check that Yoruba. The Yoruba they are saying.
Oh my goodness.
Yoruba is authentic, like
original.
too strong. Even the film actually a very interesting movie.
Yes.
I actually
So
love
we
the
need to
movie.
deal with our storytelling. Yeah, we need to deal with our storytelling. It's a lot.
Important
Yeah,
because
it's
that's
very,
what
very
that's what makes up a movie. The storytelling in your movie or your anything you do. I tell you, you have to tell your story.
Let me shock you. These audios that I'm talking about is my own personal story when I was struggling with life. So it was relatable. It was someone in Dubai that called me that I saw your film on someone's status in Dubai.
Wow.
So I went to check my Facebook page and I was seeing over 140,000 views. What's happening? I didn't run any ad.
Imagine.
So it was relatable. In fact, I didn't. The gadget I used to film it was this camcorder. People won't believe because there was no money at that time. But the story was relatable.
That's important.
That's the important thing.
Relatable.
Yes.
In the industry,
Yes,
how
sir.
many actors have you worked with?
In the industry, I've worked with a lot. Segbo Akinla Akanwo, Taiwo Ibikunle. Presently, I want to work with Adedimeji Lateef.
Okay. Another movie is coming up.
Yeah, a new movie. No, I won't call it a new movie. It is the continuation of Odus.
Okay.
It is a continent because people accepted it.
And they need more.
They need more. In fact, when I ended the film, they were like, "Shoti ya Tony." No, we need more. So when we created the story, I gave it to my script writer. He wrote it, and I now pitched it to investors, and they supported because they saw it that this movie changed a lot of lives. It even changed my life personally. It was through these stories I got an endorsement deal with Nigerian Film Factory in Lagos.
Wow.
Yeah. So, Odus is coming. Odus, the second part of Odus is coming.
Okay.
It's my own personal story, and I am the main character there. So it is coming big.
So your brand will also shoot it too, and you see we are going to. So we should be expecting that day. I'm sorry, that's at the beginning of the movie.
No. He's not.
Okay.
So there's this actor that is there, a very popular one, Rotimi Gay.
Okay.
Rotimi Gay is a veteran actor. In fact, he was the one that sold the film. His appearance and his word.
Wow.
I wish you can play a little snippet in this podcast. Yes, he was the one that sold the film, and people were like, "Wow, this is wisdom." Now, sorry, it was because I was frustrated with life. That was why I shot that movie. Yeah. I got back from work that day. I used to work 8 to 5, sometimes 4, and I was just frustrated about life. So the inspiration came that kì í ṣiṣẹ́ là, òwò là á ṣe là, òwò nìyẹn ń ṣe tó bá fẹ́ dọlọ́rọ̀. That one is deep. Anyway, actually, go and watch the movie.
I'll wait. So, you have said a lot of things about the Yoruba industry and the film industry in Nigeria entirely, and how the digital world is and the local world, how we are managing it together, trying to get things right.
Yes.
Coming to how the industry is started, Nollywood. There has been. I want to talk about this. What is it called? The Nollywood industry in Nigeria and the music industry in Nigeria. But we are coming to that. Let's quickly touch on the issues of who started the Nollywood.
Okay.
There's been a lot of controversy about no, the Igbo started it. The Igbo started it. But the question, and as a filmmaker who has worked with a lot of actors, a lot of the popular actors in the industry, and I've worked with released a lot of movies. You should have more knowledge about this. Who started the industry itself?
We may not be able to say who started. We may not be able to say who started the industry, but I want you to know that it was a collaborative effort of the Igbos and the Yorubas. Even though the Yorubas started stage drama, they were the one that started stage drama. I can say it categorically, but it was a collaborative effort. So I won't say it is Igbo, I won't say it is Yoruba, but what is important now is we are Nollywood altogether.
You're trying to avoid the question.
Oh my goodness.
You're trying to avoid my question, but it is well. One that is certain is that the industry is growing. Like you said,
yes.
Either Yoruba started it, either the English started it, either the Igbo started it. So far, it's growing.
Yeah.
Who started doesn't matter.
Yes.
The growth is what matters, and which is what is happening. But in the industry, do you think there is it? Like in the from the Igbo people or from the English people and the Yoruba people, like is there something like they don't like each other? Like invite, but although I didn't see that, but you know, as someone that who is more closer to them, they are because as I watch King of Boys, I watch some other movie that are English.
Yeah.
They also call on Yoruba people.
They invited them over.
I believe there are relationship between them, but is it that to that extent, or do you think because sometimes you watch a movie, you won't even see any other tribes in it.
Yes.
Just be seeing them like Yoruba people just food their campus. Just food their campus. Especially in Yoruba aspect, they are. Is it because of the language or?
Well, I would say there's no it or there's no a thread. Yes, there is no, but I think it's basically because of the language. The film Kesari, I mean, why am I calling this guy Kesari? Tele. Produced Kesari. He featured an Igbo lady. I've forgotten her name. She was one of the. I've watched the film in the cinema. She was one of the part of the group that were robbing and all, that were strategizing how to rob and all. The girl or the woman is not a Yoruba, but an Igbo woman. So, no hatred. Sometimes language barriers. Are you with me? If I want to produce a typical Yoruba movie, now I can't call someone who doesn't understand the language to come and do it. So it all boils down to the language and all.
The movie Jagun.
Yes.
You know about it before it came out, right?
Yes, I know about it because one of my friends, the flying fighter, they call him.
I want to ask about the Adams effect.
Adams effect. So,
I saw it on your this thing.
Yeah, I interviewed him.
Interviewed him.
Yeah.
So you tell us the guy actually act very well, and I think it's very.
It captivated everybody's attention. You know, he fought like a professional.
He's very good in the acting.
Yeah.
But those, I know most of those, some of the stuff are camera, are effects, or so, but the actions in that movie. Is it like the main action in the movie is done by someone, or mainly is manipulated through editing?
Well, from my own experience, I have produced a sci-fi movie short film before where there was a physical fight, so I can say that it was majorly choreography. Yeah, they choreograph it. It's not physical fight. Fine, we have a place for camera angle, but and we have a place for editing where we use speed ramp some things and all.
Make it more.
Yeah, but it was more of choreography. So, for example, where they show that someone stabbed someone, you know, the cutlass just. If you look at it very well, I'm saying it because I'm a filmmaker. It was just beside him. So the cinematographer will not show it. It will just show a medium shot. So it was choreography. So Adams Effect was one of the stunt coordinator for that movie. So that was why I even got to know that a film was going to be released. Yes.
Wow. That's interesting. Does it stay in Ibadan?
It stays in Osun State.
Osun State, yeah. Wow.
But it's everywhere. He's everywhere. The guy is everywhere.
So, before we round it up, the Nollywood industry and the music industry.
Yes.
Currently, there is something that's happening in the music industry about the death of Mohbad. May his soul rest in peace. And it has been painful. For the past 1 week, everybody has not been happy with the whole situation. And looking at the story of what actually happened, or how it happened, what has been happening to the guy itself. It's very, very controversial, which is sad. But look at this. Is there something like this in the
movie industry?
Let me Nollywood industry entirely. Is there something like this happening? Because like we said earlier, there's a concourse, and that is how record label also works. In record label, they are concourse, a team of themselves.
Yeah.
Why another record label? They are a team. But all of them, they are called musical industry. But they are labels. They are group of people. What we call label is a group of people in one. They from the concept give them one particular name.
Yeah.
Is there, and definitely there's also a group in the Nollywood industry aspect. But is there something similar to this also happening? Because when there is no love, all these things will be happening. And where there is darkness, so is there darkness in the Nollywood industry as well?
Yeah, I will say no. Yeah, because the film industry, also the music industry, you can be independent. But let's say, okay, you've come to me for training and all, and I want to make you a star. And there's this adage that says the space is too large for birds to fly.
Of course.
So we don't hold people captive. You know why? There's another transition from filmmaking to content creation. Without coming in as a filmmaker, you can become a star as a content creator. So why am I holding you? Why am I sabotaging you? Because even if I'm not featuring you, you can just open your phone, camera, record something, and today not post it. Then you become a star. So we don't see ourselves like that. And that is why we also give ourselves free hands to produce movies.
Okay.
So we don't sabotage, we don't...
So if I want to release movie now, I don't have to go to anybody.
You don't have to go through anybody in as much you know what you are doing. Okay. Yes, that is why we say independent filmmaker. I do not belong to Tampan. I do not belong to any group. I'm independent. I can open my camera. I have a brand. So I can open my camera and film. In as much I know what I'm doing. In as much I'm professional at what I do. So we don't hold anybody down. Even if you come for training and all, I personally, I have trained people and they did not even collect form. I have trained someone, I don't want to mention his name, and Basket Mart had to call him to come for a set. Yeah. So I believe in you training people to become better person. It also adds values to you.
I'll be proud of it.
And I'm proud of it. Yeah, I'm proud of it because I was also a product. I am also a product of someone.
No.
So I can't say I know it all by myself. No, someone trained me.
So because you have already reached some stage, now trying to cover other people.
No. It doesn't work because we rise by lifting others. As the Davido says, we rise by lifting others. So the idea is if you are stepping on someone's toe, that you won't go from here. Even you are stepping on someone's toe. Even you yourself, you won't move. You won't leave that position. So that's it.
Currently the movie industry, the music
is on fire. It's on fire.
Everywhere is hot.
It's on fire.
So you have to just have to know what you're going to say or do because everywhere is just this thing. I hope that Mohbad rest in peace.
Yeah,
it's actually a sad story.
It's a very sad story, and we can't say that this is the person that killed him.
Exactly.
We are just seeing videos.
There are a lot of the controversial issue going around about his death, but I believe the justice and the government will look into the matter. They're already looking into the matter, and they will bring anyone that has an hand in his death. They will bring the person to justice. Mr. Uju Oluwagbemiga, thanks very much for coming on our show.
Thank you so much.
Before we round up for today, your brand. I want us to tell us what are the things you do that people maybe you said you train people. How does it work?
Okay. People we have like over 40 members in Media World Films. We have different departments from pre-production to production to post-production. So if anybody wants to learn the art of making films, they can reach out to us. We will train them. I'm not promising it will be free.
Of course.
It may not be free.
The time is saved.
And we can always have an understanding. Yeah. I don't pay my actors. We have a goal we are targeting. So we are delaying gratification now. We want to stand. We want to win awards. We want to be recognized all over the world. So that is why we are really sweating it out now and putting all effort to make sure that our films comes one of the best in the world, not in Nigeria.
And I believe that will definitely come to pass.
Amen.
Thank you very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
You can check what's the social media page?
MC Beloved.
MC Beloved. So you can check MC Beloved on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Media World. You'll find it there. Thank you for staying with us for today on our episode as Filmmaking on Nigeria Biography. And don't forget to follow us on our platform and always watch our videos, full videos. Watch it to the end. I believe you're going to learn one or two things. Like you have learned on this episode today already. You can find our podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Podcast. You find everything on our that we have done. All the work we are just released. You find it on our channels. And we'll see you next week. Thank you.